The movie starts off with Little Ink Master, Youth Edition. There's always some secret organization plus children. We have to stop these CEOs with Jared from Subway mentality. Leave the kids alone. Gonna have me out here sound like Dora. Children don't swipe them. Children don't swipe them.
Oh man.
Come on, man, it's that simple. So basically the kids were turned into Hitman.
He said it.
And our main character, the face of the Hitman franchise, Agent 47, was just cooling in the dark, probably waiting mad long for this man to show up, just for this moment. That's some special dedication that can only be instilled into you as a child. My ass would have fallen asleep, only waking up once the door of my cell shut, just mad as hell. But this scene was a flash forward that we have to work our way to. We travel back 3 months to where the story starts, but that this callback to this scene was just Agent 47 glazing himself. I'm not lying, this wanted to tell us about one of his missions where he blew up this warlord, but this was ass like 2 cheeks between a thong. He peeped that this stitched up wound on this man's throat was strange, but this man was acting like he was Alex Trebek, putting everyone in jeopardy. Once I saw that scar, it didn't even need to glow gold. I knew it was dangerous. I would have been going so fast in about 60 seconds. You would think I was Nicolas Cage, transformed straight into the officer from Cloudy with a Chance of Meatball. And I saw Flint Lockwood out that door. By the time they made the choice to run, they were up out of there in the air, probably in pieces. Then we see this inspector from the flash forward in the country Niger trying to pin the explosion on Agent 47, even though he said out his own mouth there was no evidence. Man went to visit another country just to start glazing Agent 47, talking about some he's the best. No, I think that's DJ Khaled. He says it a lot, so it has to be true. So after a long day of blowing up and acting like he don't know anybody, Agent 47 decided to stop up at a bar when you can't even just chill at a bar without being bothered. Let a nigga sip. Damn, thirsty much? We at a bar, order something. Agent 47 decided to take his leave, heading off to his room, arming his Home Alone traps, before getting in contact with his operator, Diana, to get his next mission. And the next employer want him to change his method in which he offs his targets, from private erasings to making a big spectacle about it in public. And he did just that the next day. He started sniping, taking nothing but headshots like he was a photographer. Had this dude head looking like the inside of a cherry pie, then dipped. But Diana texted him to call while he was on the verge of making the greatest escape since Houdini. The one time he decided to change the way he moves, there just so happened to be a witness that he now had to intercept. But come on, how rare is it being a bald white dude with a barcode on the back of your head? It has to be a common thing. But he moved anyway to intercept the girl. But the moment he made contact with her, she didn't even react when she saw him. I think he peeped it as well, considering he slid his problem solver back into his blazer. But I'm not gonna lie, Agent 47 had to thank the stars that arthritis exists, and that old man hands up there were convulsing because he was almost up out of there. His head would have been turned into a meal from Arby's, roasty as roast beef sandwich. And come to find out, they are the same. I mean, how many bald white dudes snipes during broad daylight on a roof? That really wasn't an astute observation on my part. But the crazy part was the fact that Agent 47 wasn't running. This man was just walking briskly to safety like a man's not sniping at him. He was acting like there was just a little bit of TMZ paparazzi. Fire this nigga though. I swear he is not in the same org as Agent 47. Can't be. No way they barcode all of us the same. There has to be levels to this. Man was moving like he was a ghostbuster, aiming at the boss ghost. Man need to be helping the Fentons. He sees the ghost they are looking for because he was not aiming at 47. We cut back over to the inspector chasing Agent 47 and he gets a tip about his location. Someone called it in. They want that man erased, forgotten. Like damn, if I was Agent 47, I'd be wondering, what did I do besides be the best? But before we head to the next scene, Mr. Milk Dud, don't ever let another nigga grab you by your head like this. Even in the purest, most bliss moment of exciting news, you are not Peter Parker and he is not Mary Jane. You said mind my business, you do what you want. Understandable. We cut back to the hotel where Agent 47 was learning that he was in fact set up. The man whose head he turned into a barrel of grapes that was being assaulted by toads was still alive, so he couldn't receive his payment, and Diana didn't want to give the name of the client that hired him, so he had to resort to threatening her, and it worked. That verbal threat was super effective. He received a call from her personally when she informed him that his client was Velikov himself, and he received the information in the nick of time because there go the agents setting off his Home Alone traps, getting themselves blown up, and he was hitting stunts like he was Tom Cruise. But I'm not gonna lie, promoting your own game in a movie about the game is crazy. Gotta get themselves up. Can't blame them. If I had a movie, every product I own would be in that bitch. It would be like the NASCAR vehicle of cinema. Now, you don't get to glazing yourself as an intro to the movie if you're gonna take this level of disrespect without any retaliation. They had too much confidence breaking down that door, knowing a demon was inside. Even if they were dressed like straight from Fallout New Vegas. So Agent 47 grabbed his pistol off ice. They thought it was too cool. He had to grab the fire to show them that they can't take the heat and got them moving. But why did they train my guy to walk like this? Like, who the hell was his teacher for walking? Tyra Banks? Man was runway walking into action. You just know it's finna be fierce. He hit that intersection of the hallway, pointed his pistol in either direction, and got the blasting like a boombox in the 80s. But these were wearing every kitchen appliance they could think of. Mixing bowl on the head, strainer on the face, but was put down faster than a middle finger when your mom look at you. That armor was as effective as Nick Cannon pullout game. Got more holes in their body than Slickback does on a corner. Man squad wiped an entire group on the elevator without stepping a single foot on it. Then he was back to his spot walk. You would not think he was in a high stress situation, being hunted down by Halo cosplayers. This nigga was taking a brisk walk in the hallway, and this inspector must be the toughest nigga in the world. Heard Agent 47 dropped 5 niggas like a racist on a tirade, out there looking like the dude in the Burger King crown, and he still pulled up. No armor or common sense. For an inspector, he surely ignored all the clues of danger. He told 47 to freeze, but fate was on 47's side. A distraction allowed him to escape, but come on, if Agent 47 wanted him gone, then this would be nothing but particles in the air, like Spider-Man at the end of Infinity War. So after collecting 16 bodies like it was a college campus, he needed a fit change so he could pull back up on the girl that died and swore was a witness. But I have to mention this, the Interpol and the FSB are having a tug of war over who can investigate Agent 47. This was popular. Back to 47 with some roses and a pistol, but get the chocolate. He convinced this girl to come with him, stuffed her in the trunk like some groceries, and was off. Romantic. So after talking with the girl, he decided to keep her with him and finish the job he was hired for, and that's professionalism. Even being put in this situation, his mind was on a job at hand. A manager would love this type of nigga. Broke his foot on the job? Don't worry, he'll finish his shift. But now we are in for a treat. Agent 47 and the girl head off to a train station, and that's when he peeped the hitman that tried to take his head off his shoulders like a snowman that was just minding their business. Snowstorms really be the trenches for them. After another fit change, that would not work. He had a barcode for rotisserie chicken tattooed on the back of his head, like that one old nigga that had it on his shirt. He got a tramp stamp on the back of his head. If anything, the hat only draws more attention to it. Anyway, the old man spots 47 and get the following so excitedly. This nigga was eager to squabble. 47 gave him the look, that Nala and Simba gaze, but he took off all the same, chasing him on some Wile E. Coyote and Rover on the timing. But what I don't like is the inspector. I'm sorry, you glaze this man 47's talents damn near every time you're on screen, wearing a Krispy Kreme apron and everything, and never heed none of the threatening skills he possessed, and hunt this man like he was one of them ones. You're not. He spots the old hitman running after 47 and sends this happy-go-lucky nigga to follow. No signs of self-preservation in sight. Like, what are you gonna do once you make contact with him? Die? We cut up to the old man stalking 47 using the good old slow walk tactic. The station empty as hell, but if I walk slowly, he will never see it coming until 47 just got some good knees. I know Mega will be jealous. This nigga was too old to be this simple, falling for the oldest trick in the book. I would have left and regrouped. I am not walking into a trap when I see a nigga place it face down. I know a sort of revealing lights when I see one. Like, why was he so confident? Nigga got spun more than clothes at a laundromat. Like, he wasn't able to do anything besides take the beating. Got folded so bad, 47 decided he did enough to take a reprieve. You have to be next level ass so stay here. And you stay there. But 47 has minds of something else. He had to give chase to whoever this Quicksilver was. That man was moving. His shadow damn near teleported off the wall, leading to a good old showdown. Guns everywhere, like it was a bodybuilding contest. But they decided, nah, no guns, straight hands only. Unloading their guns, then started unloading them hands, but with swords inside of them. I did not expect them to pull swords though. I'm not gonna lie to you, I did not expect that. Y'all just got 2 swords on standby like this? Don't hurt your back when you try to sit down? No? Okay. After a brief huddle of swords, they got the mixing like paint at Home Depot. Everybody fighting anybody. They weren't on teams? They can't share a hit like a blunt rotation? What's going on? I think the main enemy was Agent 47. This confusion allowed this starts kicking ass, literally. That nigga should not be flying like that from one kick. Never mind. I forgot how good his knees are. The black hitman should just get up and leave. Nigga backbone probably moving around his body like Legos in a box. They were doing more flying than focusing on winning the sword fight. Are you niggas assassins or acrobats? This man got back up, ran, jumping back into the squabble for this.
Are you serious right now, bro?
You could try to put him in a full Nelson, but Agent 47 was not going for it. No one wants to be put in a full Nelson. That's embarrassing. Imagine someone walks down you like this, no guard, and have you hitting a headstand straight across the yard in a matter of a few ticks of your watch. I can see why you say he was the best of the bunch. These were bad like an all-black banana. He should have just stayed down. Now he's pinned down. He had no plan when he stood up. Like he was gonna think about it the moment he made contact with 47. Now it was the black dude's turn by himself, and he started to cook. Maybe he was a chef that liked to cook alone. 47, this is not you. You thought you pinned against the door like you was a Playboy poster in the 80s. Luckily, he didn't have any thumbtacks. You would've been stuck there. 47 never felt this type of disrespect before, and it started soaking in that he was in fact being. He knew he needed to violate dude at least this much to restore what was taken from him, his confidence. Look, you can tell he really feels away. He had to stare at that nigga, really trying to calculate why he harassed his neck like that. And he didn't learn from that stern staring he got. Had Agent 47 looking like a disappointed parent. He had to give him grab swords. He could have just avoided 47 using his chest to stand 10 toes down. Hey, but he got back up on action. His chest probably feels like it was living an Usher song. Let it burn. These hitmen are different. Not as good as 47, but still different. He didn't let that scene change and dropkick stop him from clashing metal like cymbals in an orchestra. He was intent on conducting a masterclass on swordsmanship until he lost them bitches. But I started to hear this. Nigga snatched 47 legs like he was a booty bandit. A maneuver straight from the Fleece Johnson handbook. How did he get that thing? It's 2007. Fleece should be in prison. Are they pen pals? Started dragging this man to his lair. 47 clinging onto anything for dear life. Eventually getting free from his grasp. But this man was utilizing the Fleece Johnson Prison Survival Guide, a book of pure dark magic, something that can even rival the Death Note. He jumped on 47's back, pure straddle mode, clinging on him like Bella in Twilight, looking more like a piggyback than a rear naked choke, only to have his back beaten, resetting for some tossing of hands. And why was the black hitman doing better in the smaller quarters? Then when he had more space, he was tossing everything he had like he was being robbed, because 47 was just taking them, damn near in a flow state, playing with him the same way a child does their vegetables at dinner time. Had him kissing the floor, straight into screaming like he made a mess, took his belt, and yeah, I don't know.
That's gotta be racist. There's no way.
Playing, waiting on the floor like it was story time. But I'm confused. He started talking tough. He had you sitting in timeout for like 2 minutes. He started talking about some, you think it's done? It is now. It's kinda over with. Well, your part anyway. Don't worry about the rest, y'all. The script. And then we have this goofy nigga. Absolutely simple. You are around a man who glazes 47 morning routine 24 hours straight. And this is how you walk into the room? Now look at your stupid ass. Getting hemmed up like 47 was a tailor. Got the inspector walking into the situation talking about some, take me as a hostage. The Grim Reaper was about to take you in his Uber to the afterlife. But 47 was feeling too generous, letting the words of Nika sway his murderous thought into that of righteous forgiveness. And you would think they would take this as a lesson and leave. Nope. Simple. Agent 47 planned a meeting with this man using Nika as a proxy because he needs some information about the situation. Long story short, you can't trust anyone. His org betrayed him because he knew too much. He offed the real Belikov and they replaced him with a double. That's why they want him and Nika out of there. After that, 47 offered to get rid of Belikov's brother for a favor, which is going to be helpful in the end of the movie. We gotta wait for it. So now, plan in hand, 47 and Nika travels to Istanbul, where things get started. Beginning with a dinner between the two of them, where Nika ass was just being freaky. Like, calm down. I'm here to fuck someone up. There's a difference. Mine locked in on a mission, talking about what kind of underwear am I wearing. I'm only worrying about his underwear over there. You get what I mean. It was like opportune timing. The man he needed, Price was going to the bathroom, throwing up. One thing about Agent 47, he made some preparations beforehand. This man might have better prep time than Batman. Got this guard's memory graffiti in the bathroom wall in 2 seconds. Like, you couldn't knee tap me? I don't want to die for the man. After that, he introduced Price to some of that Cosby secret sauce in a syringe. 47 made this plan so he could pretend to be this man Price and have a meeting with Udre, the brother of the president, the man he volunteered to off. And off he did. 47 was out there spraying those guns like he was camping. And these were some mosquitoes. It was time for the next part, and it was too perfect. Dropping Udre was like leaving honey out for the flies, because Belikov definitely couldn't resist it, coming to his brother's funeral, even though he was a double. Gotta keep the optics. But this man 47 was a demon. He did not want to put Belikov down himself. Nah, he caught this man Mark lacking, ripped his ass up in the bathtub like it was the ending of Thin Line Between Love and Hate, and told him, order your man to get Belikov up out of there. He wanted to watch the performance. But that man Belikov seen the real one get offed and was not trying to follow. He had that doubled up glass. He was not getting caught lacking twice, giving him ample time to bounce to safety. But this man 47 was like a chess grandmaster, 2 steps ahead, if not 3, like he was skipping up them bitches. Come on, not to sound like a knee warrior. He was a little different. You can't tell me 47 wasn't something special. Alright, let me stand up. He was dressed there as a guard, as if he wanted front row seats, or he knew no one was like him. He had to do it himself, and mowed down Belikov's protection like they were overgrown grass, and he has an HOA. Snatching this man up like a misbehaving child at the supermarket, dragging him to this room. But How long was dude standing here waiting? Like, what if 47 never came to this room and you were posting up here for no reason, looking at your Hitman watch, someone he sure is taking his time. The maids already came by and cleaned up everything. I wonder why it's so quiet. But his game of hide and seek paid off. He had the element of surprise and still missed. That's like bowling with the guardrails and still getting a gutter ball. Because you are trash. Dude was trying his damnedest to make something shake with that weapon. It is not working for you. Put it down. 47 is Chris Brown dancing over desk with ease, still weaving the weapon. He had that thing taken from him. His back is used like a remote when it's not working. Straight into walking him down, choking him. No, that's disrespectful. And fighting back did nothing for him. It was like 47 smacked him in the face with a McDonald's ketchup packet. This nigga would be monsters in that slap league. Okay, the second assassin is landing. It's a little shaky like he was a trainee pilot. Never mind. Had dude licking the floor where people's feet be. Now that's tasting defeat.
Nah, that ain't it, y'all.
After that, he crossed Belikov's name off his revenge list and sat there, too smooth, waiting to be arrested. So the plan he planned with that dude could play out, allowing him to escape custody and pull up on the inspector, the flash forward we started the movie with. But he just ended up letting the dude go with a threat. I guess that's a strange build up. But hey, if you enjoyed the video,